de la plaza que dice que usted quería el video que le hacían bullying a la niña. ¿Y ahora le hicieron nada?
No, eso fue cuando ella estaba. Ahorita ella ya está en octavo. Ajá, está desde cuarto año ella está en terapia.
Hey everybody, we are just getting to West Asheville, and we've got a load of produce and meat and other items coming off the truck. We are at 45 Bonita Circle. I'm not sure that I put that in right. I think I put Luckadoo in there. That's wrong. It's 45 Bonita Circle in Leicester, West Asheville area. And got some goodies coming off the truck right now. You can see we've got some potatoes and onions there. We've got some baby formula and things also today. So anybody is welcome to come. You don't need any identification or anything. It's all free. So we will unload. We will unload the truck and then begin building boxes for folks. So you can just come by, pull up, and grab a box. We should be finished with that in about 30 minutes or so. Got some other folks on the way to help unload and build the boxes. And then our next stop between 12:30 and 2 is 3 Alton Rd in Candler. So we're on the west side today. One other thing I wanted to mention, if you look at our past Facebook post from yesterday, you might see that there's a Love for Be Loved event going on. What's really cool about this event is that it began, this is our 4th year, and so the first year was an event on Valentine's Day for the most part. That's kind of how it began. Love for Be Loved began as restaurants and businesses donating a portion of sales on Valentine's Day, and the goal was to reach out to local people and ask local people to support local businesses and restaurants, which would then in turn support local people in the community. So the goal is it's a very cyclical event. So we try to do as much local support as possible. So the first year was Valentine's Day support, and then it kind of went to the week of Valentine's on the second year, and then by the third year it was the whole month of February, which is pretty much where we are right now. So we've got some awesome folks who have already joined us to become participating sponsors, and so there's different ways. If you're interested in, if you own a business or a restaurant or a brewery or whatever, and you're interested in supporting, it does not have to be on Valentine's Day. It can be any time during the month of February, and there's multiple ways that folks are participating. So Carmel's, for example, we are printing envelopes, and so Carmel's is going to host envelopes on every table. So while you're dining, you can read a little blurb about Be Loved and donate that way. There's also other options, Venmo, Cash App, that sort of thing. So we'll have some QR codes available for folks at their tables. Also, There will be a QR code on flyers on the doors of the restaurants and businesses that you can scan if you decide to go pick up food and eat at home. There's Limones is donating a portion, I think maybe 10% of the sales that they make that day on Valentine's Day, and in addition, they will also have envelopes on their tables as well. We've had folks in the past who, Bramari Brewing in the past years, I'm not sure that they're going to do that this year, but just an example is that they donated $1 off of every sale of a certain beer that they made. And yeah, so there's different ways that folks are participating in the event, and it's really just kind of up to the establishment what works best for those folks. So one thing is that would be helpful is to share that event. I will have the flyer out really soon. Share that event with your friends. You can also go to one of the restaurants that evening, or like I said, if you own or know an owner of a business, restaurant, brewery, etc., and want to pass the information along, that's a good way to do that. Also, just have the folks or yourself send us an email at belovedasheville@gmail.com, and I can send over all the information around that. So sponsorships will get shares and shout outs on all of our social media outlets. Between Beloved Asheville and Asheville and Espanol on Facebook and Instagram, we have almost 150,000 followers, I think. So we'll also have logos on the flyers. We'll have flyers throughout town and Ingalls and such, just for advertisement. So looking forward to that. We've already like Blue Dream Curry, they're having a benefit. It's not on the 14th. I think that event is on the 12th, and so that's also part of Love for Be Loved. So again, they're donating a portion. They're going to have a band and that kind of thing, so that'll be super cool. So just stuff like that if you're interested. So like I said, right now we are at 45 Bonita Circle, and as you can see, they're kind of building as they unload. So this is just one of the things that events like Love for Be Loved, like I was just talking about, would support. So this is one of our food distribution locations, and we really we've been sharing food since the beginning of Be Loved in 2009. But when COVID hit really hard, we knew that we had to go to the people instead of expecting folks to be able to have access to resources in other places. So we began going to the folks in their own communities and neighborhoods. And so we've got about 12 distribution locations, a lot of amazing volunteers and folks who have become like family throughout this whole thing. So this is one of those places, 45 Bonita Circle. Feel free to just come on by and get a food box. Like I said, we've got some baby formula today as well. No diapers today, unfortunately, but we will have some diapers really soon. But anybody's welcome to come to any of our distributions. So, and like I said, we'll be at 3 Alton Road between 12:30 and 2 today, and it'll look just like this, but a different location. So she's also bringing out some clothes and kind of winter items for folks. A lot of our stuff that's donated goes to folks on the street, but we also have folks who are still in need in communities, and so we bring items that maybe folks on the street can't use necessarily. So we bring those items to folks in the community. So just want to always say thank you for your continued support and generosity and love, and just showing up for folks. We got some amazing monthly sustainers as well. Some of y'all have been a monthly sustainer for years at this point. I see them come through a lot, and it's just really warming to see the same name every month that I've seen for years. You know, some 4 years at this point, which is really amazing. And so this is, like I said, this is part of the work. We have the Be Love Village that is rolling really fast, so we're going to be building really soon. There's a lot of stuff in the background of building a village that is not always seen. You know, there's a lot of paperwork and permits and all the things, a lot of logistics that have to be done behind the scenes that's not camera pretty. So I know that folks are wondering, like, when is this going to happen? And it's already, technically it's happening. So just keep your eyes open, and you'll be seeing some foundations being poured really soon and that kind of thing. So our street medics are out all the time. Want to send a big shout out to those guys and gals. Got Krista and our good friend Hope is back, which is awesome. So these folks have been out in the dead of winter when it's freezing cold outside, making sure that folks have the gear and supplies that they need. So if you're interested in donating gear, you can do that, or anything that you're interested in donating. Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 1. And the new address is 32 Old Charlotte Highway. So we have our offices there and our receiving location for donations. So let us know if you have questions about any items that you're interested in donating. But tents, sleeping bags, backpacks like the frame hiking backpacks, tarps, rope, really good rope, bungees, that kind of thing. So those are the most needed items for folks on the street right now. Also propane, the green containers of propane, Sterno, that kind of thing. It keeps folks warm. That's how they heat their tents for the most part. And hot hands, always in need of hot hands. So again, if you have a question about something, just let us know. We've got BeLovedAsheville.com. You can donate there financially to support all the work. You can designate which program you would like your donations to go to on the website. And we also have Venmo, which is the @ BeLoved-Asheville, Cash App, which is the $ BeLoved-Asheville, no dash. So the other option, so PayPal has now changed their policy. You have to have a PayPal account, unfortunately, in order to make a credit card donation, which is a very new thing for us, and very unfortunate thing, because not a lot of people want to have a PayPal account. So if that's the case, we totally understand. And there's also an option for Zelle, Zelle, on our website. And basically, that's an app that is free. There's no fees involved in that. And it's basically bank account to bank account. So it's also a very simple way to donate to the projects. there's no way to designate on Zelle which one you'd like, but PayPal does allow you to donate to whichever project you would like, or whichever one is most needed. So again, we're at 45 Bonita Circle, hanging out with some awesome ladies, making some awesome food boxes. I'm going to try to walk around without losing signal. I always lose signal here, unfortunately, so I'm going to kind of get in the middle of the action a little bit more here. Alright, so every box pretty much has virtually the same thing. So there's a whole turkey in there. Whole turkey. Cereals. Masa. People make tortillas and tamales. There's meat. She's putting in some spaghetti for the kiddos. Potatoes, onions. Cabbage, carrots. Like I said, we have a little bit of baby formula today and some other baby items. And oftentimes what happens, like, folks will come and they may be coming to get a box, but they'll also stop and help build the boxes before they take anything. So there's just the amount of connection and community that is involved with these distributions is really awesome. So again, we're at 45 Bonita Circle. Right now, just got the truck unloaded. They're building the boxes as fast as they can. It's freezing cold out here. I think it was about 60 degrees when we woke up this morning to take the kiddos to school, and it has dropped drastically. I think it's supposed to be like 20, maybe even like 18 or 19 tonight. I'm not sure. So again, like I was saying, our medics have been out distributing gear, volunteers taking gear on their way home, filling our street pantries. Again, also, that's another thing. Huge thank you to everybody who has adopted a street pantry. We have 14 or 15 street pantries, I think, now, and that project absolutely could not happen without folks like yourselves who take your time and your resources and make sure those boxes are filled on a daily basis. So it's been a huge help to provide 24/7 resources to folks at a time. You know, those were put out the very beginning of the pandemic, and you know, our biggest reason was because everybody was closed. There was nowhere for people to get resources. You know, and the whole world basically shut down. And we would go out at night, you know, 8 o'clock at night on a Friday in the middle of West Asheville, which is usually very busy, on Haywood Road, and it was just a ghost town. There was nobody except for folks who were living outside and didn't have any access to anything. So we're super grateful for the street pantries, the access to those street pantries. Excuse me. And just everybody who keeps those filled. It's just amazing. We've had a lot of communications with folks on the street who are just extremely grateful to have access to those pantries. So and there goes the tortillas. I'm gonna walk you back in here and
otro ya tiene. Es de aquí para allá.
There's a bunch of, there's some ribs. Cabbage, potatoes, carrots. So again, we're at 45 Bonita Circle, and if you are in need, you can come just pull up and get a box. And we are headed to 3 Alton Road next in Candler. So we'll be there from 12:30 until 2, and you're welcome to come. No identification or questions or any of that. It's all free to the public. So again, thank you all for your continued support and generosity and love. And we will see you in just a bit.